So, what is cryptography? Why should you even care? So, cryptography deals with protection and preservation of information in all its forms. This science has evolved dramatically over the time, but its underlying goal has never changed. Even though the tools have, as information has changed, the human beings have gotten smarter. The technology has become substantially more advanced to keep up with the changing issue and threats. So if you look back in time and trace the evolution of the science up to the current day, you will see that technology in forms of increasingly powerful computer has made the process more complex and innovative as well as stronger. In the field of cryptography, the topic of encryption gets by far the most attention that can probably be said to be sexy form of art. Other techniques such as steganography also belong in this field, but encryption is one of the attracts the more attention for manipulating and protecting the information. Also, within the field of cryptography is cryptanalysis, which deals with unlocking or uncovering the secrets that others try to or obscure, hide, they can hide or try to hide or obscure. Cryptanalysis is an old science that has been around as long as people have been trying to keep things straight. So, let's go and talk about cryptography in action. So, you will encounter cryptography in many forms throughout in this lecture. It is applied to many different technologies and situations such as something you need to firm grasp of. So, here are a couple of the examples of applied cryptography. Public key infrastructure, digital certification, authentication, e-commerce, RSA, MD5, secure hash algorithm. So there is a couple of the secure hash algorithm like SHA-20, SHA-56, SHA-512. So there are many of the secure hash algorithm. Secure socket layer, which we all know as SSL, PGP, which is pretty good privacy, and SSH, which is secure shell. So in many cases, encryption technologies are not only an important part of the technology or system, but also a required part of that cannot be excluded. For example, e-commerce and similar system responsible for performing financial transaction typically, which will include encryption technologies not only because of the protection, but it offers also because it makes legal sense to do so. Introducing encryption to a system does not ensure bullets and also bulletproof security because it may still be compromised, but encryption does make hackers work a little bit harder. So how does this cryptography work? So cryptography has many different way of functioning. Before you can understand the basic process, you must familiar with some terminology. With this in mind, so let's look at the few terms that use the field of cryptography. First one is plain text or clear text. Plain text is the original message. It has not been altered. It is being useful information. Remember that even goes through Caesar zipper operate as on text. It is but one form of plain text. Plain text can literally be anything. Cipher text is the opposite of plain text. It is a message or other data that has been transformed into different format using a mechanism known as algorithm. It is also something that can be reversed using an algorithm and a key. Algorithms chippers, the algorithm for transforming clear text into cipher text. These are the trickiest and most mysterious part of this encryption process. This component sounds complex, but the algorithm or chipper is nothing more than a formula that includes discrete steps and describe how encryption and decryption process is to perform in a given instance. Keys are very important and frequently complicated. A key is a discrete piece of information, usually random in nature, that determines the result or output or given by cryptographic operation. A key in the cryptographic sense can be thought of in the same way as a key in the physical world or in a special item that used to open or unlock something. So, in this case, a piece of information. In this encryption world, a key is used to produce a meaningful result, and without it, a result would not be possible. So, that's all for this lecture. We will also continue with cryptography in our next lecture.